So now, as we already said, a section is actually a hatch. Now to hatch this, we're going to have a perimeter drawn out. So these two lines are actually going to go bye-bye. And so are these two lines. But you'll notice it put a gap here. You cannot hatch something with a gap. So we're going to have to draw the line in again from this endpoint to that endpoint. And from that one never went away. But see, there is actually a little bit of a flat there. So now we have a full perimeter. You cannot have a break in the perimeter. So now what we do, there is a hatch command, and it looks like a bunch of diagonal lines within a drawn out rectangle. We pick the point we want to hatch is within here. Now you can also pick the type of hatch. Let's pick custom, or I'm sorry, predefined, and this is a concrete column, so we'll pick AR concrete here. Okay, you can preview it too. See the preview back there? Now I want to make that look a little more dense, so we'll give it a scale of 0.5 and preview that. And see in the background it made it look different. And that looks pretty good to me. So then just hit OK. Now we have a section of it. Looks like concrete. We've taken a thin piece of that and trimmed through it. Unfortunately, looking at this, the light of your eye is actually going to we couldn't technically section that because this plane here would chop off a certain amount of that. It would only show a portion of this. So what I want to do instead, let's move this section out here like that, and let's erase all this mumbo jumbo in the middle. Let's just say that we want to show a generic section view, okay? And we'll just put section. We'll type in another note underneath and say section view. So what we got to do is make our perimeter right again by extending these lines here. And then remember, we had to make our perimeter. The perimeter could not have gaps in it. So there we go. Now let's hatch that. Pick the point, pick right here. Okay. And it's the same as that. Now let's say this one's a little different. Let me double click that. Let's say this one's we want to scale 0.75. Let's say it makes it look better. Let's say I want this one to be 0.75. There's a few ways to do it, but I like this match property thing. Looks like a paintbrush up here. Pick that hatch and then pick this hatch and see it changes it. So there's a section of our column. Now we can put that in a different view as well. Let's copy one of our notes over to it. From midpoint to midpoint. And we'll put cast 4,000 psi cement. There we go. There's a special note for our thing. Let's center that a little better. It doesn't look exactly centered to me. There we go. Okay. So there's our section. Now we're not going to need these section lines for this drawing anymore. Not going to need it. But you see how you see how to put a section on something. For this we really didn't need it. You just need to show it cut in half like that. So that's pretty good. There's our section of it. Okay. Let's go ahead and we'll draw this up in an oblique view next. I'll show you how to do that.